2 days' wages off each member 2 weeks before Christmas. Your answer to us is bar humbug. I have a message from the management up there. Bar humbug to you as well. Give us our wages back. We've done the work. We're not going to take this lying down anymore. Now, everybody, what do we want? Wages! What do we want? What else do we want? Wages! Quality! Management, what do we want?
To interfere with our pay. Now, I'm not standing here, and I'm not talking about respect. Respect. They have a workforce. They have a brilliant workforce, as it can be seen that's out there. These people think that they're back in 1913, where they can turn around and use your wages as a form of industrial relations, okay? We will not stand for that. You, through your union, are up here, not because you want to demand something. You want your wages. You want what was deducted. People here turned around and some people can barely pay their mortgages. Others have kids in Australia that are trying to send over a few bucks. It is an absolute disgrace. And that man up there that calls himself the county manager, he will not turn around and get respect from me because he's a county manager. He will earn your respect. November, right? Now we were talking about unions, we were talking about the others, right? We had a meeting on Saturday, we elected a new committee, right? We are putting the union back into the hands of the men, okay? The men will dictate now what the union does and what it doesn't do. You pay your money, you pay it each week, okay? Now I'm going to say this, and I'm going to tell this now, okay? Anyone that doesn't want to sign up to being a trade unionist can take their money and they can walk off. Because I won't represent them, okay? And I won't have any man up here representing them. Because what they will do is, they will walk and skunk off, but when we get anything, they will put their hands out and take it, like everyone else takes it. We've a message for John Quinlivan, and we've a message for that county manager. If he does not recognise trade union rights, that's fair enough. If he does not recognise the agreed industrial relations practices, well, neither will we. And that's why we're here, and we will stay here for as long as it takes, because no more will I go up there and doff me cap to the county manager. Them days are gone. 319. Okay, but when he put his hand in our wage packets, he affected my family, he affected my wife, he affected my kids. Now does he think that his wife and his kids and their family are going to get away with that? We will picket their homes over the Christmas. Yes. By the process of industrial relations, okay? We want to do that. But if this is the way that industrial relations are dealt with by South Dublin, are we up for it?
Yes!
Yes. Are we up for it? Yes. What we want was
our wages.
Our wages. We are entitled to it. We're not begging for them. We're not doffing our hat for them. We want to be paid for the work that we did. Men got up at 5:15, cut grass out on the bypass. We want to be paid for that. I am not begging any county manager, and I'm not surprised because all these people, whether they're bankers, whether they're the people in the CRC that took money from the charity, whether they're county managers, what do? They hide, and they can keep hiding, and the rats can go back into their hole, but we will remain here. That's it.
Each man and woman 2 days' wages, right? Because they want to. Why? Because we let them. We shall not fail.
You won't be rising up the ladder, will you? And the easiest way to rise up the ladder is to kill the people.
That's a corrupt at local level, that's what's wrong, that's how the whole country's corrupt.
I want to call people over here, because there's a few things to say. Men up there should be ashamed of themselves, okay? Now lads, this is where the councillors are going to walk in. Now they're going to walk in front of us, okay? They're going to walk in front of us, and I'll tell you, I'd have more respect for management if they walked down that stairs and stood over what they did instead of skulking and going down the back stairs, okay? Because the thing said they're only going in this way. No, lads, listen. As we turned around and said, this is not about the 4 hours we were docked or deducted, okay? This is about a man that turned around and says, I don't care about your Christmas. I don't care whether you have the money to pay your mortgage. I don't care whether you have a few shillings to send your son in Australia. I don't care about that. I will conduct industrial relations by putting my hand into your pocket, okay? I don't go by the rules, because I am the county manager and I can instruct the underlings under me because they want to rise up the ladder and they will do what they're told. Not one of them had the moral courage to turn around and say, what you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is against the law. It's illegal. No, they didn't. Because you know why they didn't? Because they all want to go up there and feather their nests. Every single one of them, right? And that's what we're dealing with. And I'll say it to you again, lads, the culture in this country, you can see what happened in the Central Remedial Clinic, where they can take 3 million out of funds that were raised for sick children to pump up their own pensions. You can see what the bankers did. You can see what TDs are doing. And you know why? It's like that L'Oreal ad, because we're worth it. That's what they fucking think. We're worth it. Okay? Now I'll tell you something now. We'll tell them whether they're worth it or not. And we've a message as well for Jackie O'Connor. He's not getting out of this either. And we've a message for the Congress. The men here are taking the unions back into their own hands. And I don't care whether it's a month, I don't care whether it's a year, I don't care whether it's 6 months. But we must go down to each of them depots. And any man that doesn't want to stand beside us can take his 160 or his 460 and he can fuck off out of the union. And this has gone on, this has been where you turn around now and people think, someone said to me, why didn't we do this between 2:30 and 4:30 on Friday? They don't respect people that aren't prepared to stand up and do something. They don't. It's like going on strike and then turning around saying we're all going sick but we put pickets on. No, if you have principles, you stand up. And any man, and I'm so proud of every one of you that are here today, okay? I really am.
Now I'd just like to say, if that's South Dublin's way of wishing all the staff here a Merry Christmas, I'd hate to see them if we done anything wrong on them. Scrooge, I tell you what the headline should be on the paper, and all the papers, and the TV crowd should be here too. Scrooge is alive and well, and resident in South Dublin County Council, and there's 2 of them, and I could mention 5 or 6 more, but I'll mention 2 of them, Leo Magee and your man Quinlivan, and they shouldn't be fucking in the job. And as far as we have to get the fuckers out of the job. They're incapable of doing a job. Anyone else here like to say a word? About time we got rid of these incapable fuckers up there. Anyone else here now like to say a word?
Right, lads. Very short. I'm one of the councillors here. My name is Gino Kenny. I'm with the People for Profit organisation. So I'm fully supportive of your struggle against management here. I'm with us all the way because workers in this country have been brought down to their knees. So I'm fully supportive. So I'm backing you all the way. Okay? Thanks, everyone.
Put your mic on me, Tom.
Everybody, this is not only my loud only I'm allowed to talk in this. If anybody wants to come up and we respect the men and women in the no course. If anybody would like to come up here and say a few pieces about Mr. Quinlivan or Mr. Magee or the management of Dublin County Council, just take this out of my hand and come on up.
That's fine. I'm not getting into
We are up here.
Once it's peaceful, you can stay here till yeah, it's your choice, you know what I mean, right? That's fine, I don't mind that, right? As long as people are going to come and go. No problem with that. Yeah, we have no one. Right. Now, is there any need to start? I don't want to go deaf here, right?
No, we understand that. No, we understand that, but what we're doing is, we wouldn't take any notice. We wouldn't take the fall.
I know you were driving the machine.
But that was the last, we couldn't get parking for all day. We didn't have parking.
Someone said to me about that, I said, no, you should be able to tax insurance. You can drive it down the road and put out a fuel, basically.
We understood that the hospital had actually we told the lads out there, don't do anything that's going to cause any problems there.
Not the hospital.
No, we don't want to be we don't want to be we want the people that they took the money out there.
I have no problem.
As I promised just before, I took the chair after the section committee meeting on Saturday. And I promised I would do a thing and I would be held accountable, okay? And I will be held accountable. And so will your branch secretary, and so will people further up the line, okay? But I would like to say this from this protest here. I was never so proud to be with a bunch of guys in all my life. Yous were over and above what it took. Yous lost money through a dispute that had nothing got to do with yous, okay? Some people here I know are finding it hard to pay their mortgage. Some people here I know are finding it hard to send a few bob to their kids in Australia. Some people here I know were barely able to turn around and put a Christmas on the table. And yous were prepared to stand here as on a matter of principle and take another bit of pain. But all I can say to you is, and I mean this, as the guy that represents you, I'm so proud of you. I really, really am. And you can stand there and you can hold your head up and say, and people can walk by in the street, there goes a man, okay? There goes a man that said enough is enough. This far and no further, and he will not doff his cap to any county manager. And you have a county manager up there. And you have people like bankers, like politicians, like the rest of them, that you see the CRC, people that took from the donations to top up their own pay and their own wages, okay? Because they felt that they deserved this money. They felt that they can do this. That county manager feels that he can put his hand in his pocket and do industrial relations through your pay packet and our pay packet. And if this money, if it never went anywhere, they know in future that if they do not abide by the set out industrial relations, this is what they'll get. We will not anymore stand over. We gave them Haddington Road. We gave them Crow Park 1. Now this fella up here thinks he's taking another slice of the cherry. The man hadn't got the guts to come out and talk to the people that he's supposed to represent. He had his newsletter and he put Merry Christmas. I don't feel it merry. I don't think the people here feel it merry. But we did what we had to do. We turned around and we said to him, this far and no further. And we as men, we will stand up for our families like he will stand up for his. And I'll tell you, if he touches our pay packet again, it won't be only here. We'll pick at his house, and we'll pick at the heads of the department's house, because they turn around, and by what they're doing, they affected their families. And if they think that their families aren't going to be affected, they've another thing coming, okay? Now, we'll stay here till 4 o'clock, and after 4 o'clock, we'll head off. And we consolidate again, okay? And we will decide now, if diplomacy doesn't work, we can be back up here again. But I'd just like to say, on behalf of your union, on behalf of your committee, thank you very, very much. You can be proud of yourself, and I'm proud of yourself. For John Gagan here, okay? It is because of men like John Gagan. And the way we are where we are, okay? Okay. Excuse me. I can be a bit of a dinosaur, okay? Because when I started in South Dublin County Council in 1979, there was no women, okay? Now, okay. Now listen, I'd like to apologise to the brilliant women that were here today. I'd like to apologise to these ladies here that did more for us than we ever thought was going to be done, okay? And I would like you to give these people a round of applause, okay?
Workers United will never be defeated, and always remember that.
Thanks very much.
Point. We will continue to do so for another 15 minutes. Is that okay with you?
Yeah. And then we go and say, listen lads, this isn't over. We'll regroup. This isn't over. People have said to me about the union doesn't do anything for them. It doesn't use any union. Yeah. We will take this.
Go back and tell them we do. This is a union now.
We had a meeting on Saturday, and we told you that we will lead you, but we're not looking over our shoulder. I'm not turning around and saying, Jesus, where's the troops? Oh, there's a puppy. We're not doing that. We will lead you. We want you behind us. We won't do it willy-nilly. We will not turn around and sit down here and say, because we can do it. We will turn around. If we need you, we'll call you. We will be responsible, but we will do what we said we do. We will take the union back into the power of the men, okay? And understand that. This is not going to be done overnight. This is going to be done over a long time down the road. And again, I'd like to thank the men and women, the people before profit, and the TDs that have given us our support, okay?
Okay,
and I'd like to turn around and say, well to the guards, okay?
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. By the way, everybody, I just want to add something on to that. It's very important that we do actually stick together and stand together on this, that we do not let the management split the yards up. As I said before, you break a twig, you snap a twig. Put 10 twigs together. The old Indian saying it's very hard to break that. We have never intended to do anything illegal here. And again, we thank the guards for being here.